back to the channel. I think for today, I'm gonna go ahead and finally tackle this engine. It doesn't look too bad. Don't know if any work has ever been done to it. I kind of would assume so. I mean, the engine's crusty here, but the rest of the bike was pretty thrashed. Basically, we're ready to go. I finally got the engine rebuild kit in. We're gonna completely tear this down. Hopefully there's no broken parts, no internal issues. Hopefully our cylinder is decent. That's probably gonna be the biggest thing. Now, that all being said, let's get into it. There to get this nut off. Whoever put that on there is an absolute asshole. I had to take this off the stand, put it on the ground, stepping on the engine, and as much force as possible on this to even break it loose. So we got her though. Well, here it is all laid out. There's really not much to it. I looked over all our parts. Basically, we're good to go. Everything that I see that needs replaced, we've got replacement parts for. Nothing out of the ordinary. Cases look great. Bearings, none of them are completely toast, so that's kind of nice. We don't have, you know, tons of shavings or anything built up in there. Transmission, everything looks good there. I didn't find any chipped gears or anything like that. So that's what we got. I'll go ahead and probably start the rebuild tomorrow, maybe next week. We'll see, but we'll see then. been a minute. We've got an absolute mess here, but we've got our cases. Those are some fresh bearings in there. So what I've been up to, I went ahead, removed all the bearings, and now we have all of our new ones in. This one's completed. I went ahead and got the cases sandblasted, and then I just clear coated them. Turned out actually pretty good. The only thing I have to do is finish rebuilding the water pump there. And then unfortunately the only thing that I'm waiting on is these little screws down in here for those three. So unfortunately I don't think those will be here by the end of the day. I just have a bunch of fresh stuff in this Wrench Rabbit rebuild kit. On top of it, some reeds, Vertex piston, sprocket drain bolt, spark plug, and then just a new OEM carb housing here. So, solid setup. I've pretty much just been doing this on the side. Unfortunately, we will have to continue to wait for parts to come in. This bike is killing me on wait time. So, I'll check in when I'm able to get this thing together. Here we are with an update. Crank all installed, transmission all together. We're ready to put these cases together. So with the clutch cover, this is what I ended up with after polishing this and then clear coating it. There was obviously, even though this was very clean, there's obviously some impurities that were causing some problems. I'm going to toss this on here now, but later I'm going to come back and I'm just going to polish it just like that. I just did a little test polish on the side, but that's what we're going to end up with eventually. Next, we have this guy, Steahly off-road flywheel weight. And this one, this is a plus 13 ouncer. We'll get everything else put in here, ignition, all that good stuff, and then we'll install that guy. Real quick, I did something stupid. I completely forgot the old push rod here. I went ahead and polished this up. I can get it looking pretty shiny. All right, bottom end is set. Throw in brand new Vertex top end. Put a bearing in there. Got our rings on, C-clip on the other side, already installed. Then we got a paper towel here just in case we launch that other little C-clip down into the bottom end. So this guy right here, it's a KX250 98/01 standard bore, 66.36 size B. Hey, first try. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. And you guys know exactly what I did. Supposed to be a gasket right there. God damn it. tight, all complete. She looks pretty damn good. This cover, not sure yet what we're gonna do. It has some type of stain on there that will not come off. Kind of makes it look ugly. All that new hardware, just perfect. So just polished mainly the clutch, a couple different components of the water pump. I mean, this thing looks great. So now we just wait until we can actually get this in the bike and see if she runs. I've basically tossed on the Kickstarter and the shift lever. Been able to at least turn things over. Everything works from that standpoint. Nothing's binding, so that's essentially all you can test out at this point. We'll have to take a peek at everything. I'll probably double check torque and everything on all these bolts later, but for now I think we're good to go. So our parts that are left down there, pretty small box, and then over here just looking at our as you can see, our leaky suspension, rear shock, that's going to need complete rebuild, front force complete rebuild. Our swing arm is pretty much all polished up, a couple finishing touches on there, but luckily with that, just put the new bearings in. Our chain adjuster bolts, they're good. One last thing, I know there were some parts that I either skipped over or did off camera. I wasn't about to do a DIY. This is the first time rebuilding the KX250 engine, so a great rebuild video. Greg Hitchko, you check out his KX250 rebuild. It is on the newer style engine, but it is very similar, and he does a great job explaining everything, so you can reference that. But yeah, let me know down below what you think of this thing. See you in the next one. Peace.